From time to time you might get an error relating to the lifting mechanism for the blade deck here. To clear this, most of the time you just have to remove these blade discs, and then you need to remove the cutting guards as well, because from time to time grass can build up under there. So if you get both of those, it should free out that mechanism and it should work well. So the first thing that I do is I remove the 3 Allen key screws using a 2.5mm Allen key on both of these cutting discs. Once you've got the plastic cutting disc removed, you should see these 3 2.5mm Allen keys around where the plate attaches to the cutting disc. Sometimes if there's a lot of grass and dirt in there, it's pretty hard to find, but if you dig around, you should find them pretty easily. The process for removing these is the same on all Luba units. However, you'll notice that on the X here, this section here has actually been removed. I found that on the Luba 2, cutting that out actually improved the performance quite a lot, because it meant that some of the grass that does get caught in here has somewhere to fall through. If the issue still isn't resolved, you can actually remove these 2 screws or rivets, and you will remove just the top cover of this. It's really important though that the base part of it does sit on, as that is what secures and makes it watertight around that gasket. One thing that is super important to note is do not wash it underneath with water with this removed, because the safety guard is what holds this gasket here in place, and if you put water in it with it removed, it will fill up like a swimming pool, so do not do that. When reattaching this cover, make sure that nothing is caught in between that could affect the seal, and then make sure it is positioned correctly and nice and tightly. To reassemble, you just put those 6 screws back in on each side. However, when you're doing so, just be really careful with this gasket that there's no dirt caught in between, and that it all lines up and the screws go through nice and clean, so that it forms a good seal to keep that water out.